Ladies and gentlemen, Lori Loughlin is now regretting the fact that she did not take the plea deal like Felicity Huffman. So, of course, she's watching carefully to see what's happening with her. And many of you know she only got 14 days in jail, which is a joke, but that's what she received. And Lori Loughlin, because she pled guilty, not guilty, she will definitely get more time. I have no doubt about that. She's getting more time than Felicity Huffman. So this just came out, Fox News, September 15th, 2019. Lori Loughlin, aware of Felicity Huffman's sentence, regrets not taking plea deal report. Lori Loughlin may have second thoughts about pleading not guilty in the college admission scandal following Felicity Huffman's 14-day sentence. A source close to Loughlin told People that the former Fuller House star was aware of Felicity's sentence and is processing what that means for her. The insider added of Huffman's sentencing date Friday. This has been a rough day. Lori is going to move forward as best as she can, but now she has a little more clarity about what will happen next. Huffman, 56, was sentenced to 14 days behind bars after she pleaded guilty to conspiracy to commit mail fraud and honest service mail fraud in May. She confessed to paying an admissions consultant $15,000 to have a proctor correct her older daughter's answers on the SAT. She wrote that she'd consider the same for her younger daughter, but decided against it. A judge also ordered Huffman to perform 250 hours of community service and pay a fine of $30,000. Loughlin, 55, and her husband, Massimo Gianoli, were accused of paying $500,000 to admission scam mastermind William Rick Singer to get their daughters Olivia Jade and Isabella recruited onto the USC crew team, despite neither girl ever being a rower. Yeah, and they don't look like athletes either. USC put the girls' enrollment status on hold amid an internal investigation into the scandal. The pair rejected the plea deal that other parents allegedly involved in the case, including Huffman, accepted. Gianoli, 56, and Loughlin then were hit with additional charges of money laundering and conspiracy and would face up to 40 years behind bars if convicted on all charges. I don't believe these people are going to jail for no 40 years. Nah. I believe they will get some jail time, but not, yeah, it won't be no 40 years. If she's found guilty, she will go to jail. That is clear. And if another deal is offered to her, which I don't think it will be, she will go to jail, the source said. No, there's not going to be any more deals offered to her. She and her husband chose not guilty. So now the burden of proof is on them to prove that it's not guilty. They're not guilty. Who knows what they're going to go in there and say, what their lawyers are going to say. Her only chance of avoiding jail is to beat these charges. Lori is a smart woman. She understands that. She's scared and upset, but she's resolved to be strong and to fight this. She will do what she has to do to protect herself and her family. The source admitted that Loughlin regrets not taking the plea agreement when prosecutors initially offered it, but insisted Loughlin had no idea she did anything illegal when making the payments to Singer Key Worldwide Foundation. No, I think her husband talked her into this not guilty thing. She didn't understand the entire nature of the charges against her, and she wasn't even sure if or how she had broken the law. Well, why didn't her lawyers explain that to her? You know, they can talk to her and make her understand what she did and why it was wrong. I don't understand that. Don't she have lawyers? It was very early, and she didn't have all the information that she has now, the source said. Based on what she understood at the time, she made the best choice for herself. Now there is no deal on the table, and she has to have faith that the courts and the prosecution will move fairly and not make an example out of her. Legal experts previously told Fox News that Loughlin and Giuliani a strategy essentially pleading ignorance to the scam may not hold up in court. The government does not have to prove that Loughlin and Giuliani knew what the payments were used for, said attorney Nima Ramani. The fraudulent application to USC is enough to support the conspiracy charges, and there is more than enough circumstantial evidence to prove that they knew the payments were for an illicit or unlawful purpose. What may work into Loughlin's favor, the decision from the judge in Huffman's case not to throw the book at the Desperate Housewife star because of her fame. Though it may end up differently for Loughlin and Giuliani, who didn't immediately take responsibility or show remorse for their alleged actions. U.S. District Court Judge Andrea Tawani told a tearful Huffman during her sentencing, "I think this is the right sentence here. You can move forward and rebuild your life after this. Without this sentence, I think the community around you would ask why you got away with this." Well, 14 days is not a lot. I mean, she don't have a harsh sentence at all. And I think it is because she is, a star. Because if it was the ordinary person out here, an unknown, they would have got a much longer sentence than 14 days. So she did make out like a bandit on this one. 14 days and 250 hours of community service and a $30,000 fine. So those things are easy for her to do. And even the community service, they're not going to give her anything complicated to do. Believe me, it'll be something easy. So, ladies and gentlemen, now, we just have to wait and see what Lori Loughlin and her husband will get, from their guilty plea. I think she's going to get longer than 14 days. I don't know how they're going to get out of this, not unless their lawyer has a plan that it'll be hard for them to do anything to her and her husband. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.